From Sam Curran booting the ball for a run-out like he's attempting a shot at goal, to Jackson Bird deciding to use his legs and not his hands to catch the ball. There are some truly shocking high IQ moments that we'll explore today, starting with Yunus Khan's advice to Yasir. The iconic photos from the victory Pakistan had against West Indies in that test match are now pretty well known. Picture this: Yasir switches to bowling over the wickets to Shannon Gabriel, who'd been a brave and unanticipated resister up until that point. Gabriel attempts an awkward poike across the line for no apparent reason, and inside edges onto his stumps. Yasir then performs his trademark football dive celebration as the team chases after him. Misbah kneels down and pumps his fist. And of course, before that ball, Yunus signals to Yasir at the first slip, giving him one last decisive input, once again showing off his smart leadership. But what did Yunus signal? Well, according to Yasir, Yunus told him to bowl a slider a little outside off stump, which Yasir did, even though he didn't think it'd work. Guess he thought wrong, because as Gabriel went for the shot, Pakistan got the last wicket and won the match. Moving on, we've got the blind run-out. MS Dhoni pulled off a spectacular dismissal in the ODI match against New Zealand at Ranchi that would have pleased even the biggest names in cricket. With his extraordinary run-out of Ross Taylor, the man known as Captain Cool raised the bar for coolness. Umesh Yadav bowled a down-leg delivery in the 46th over, and Dawal Kulkarni grabbed the ball and hurled it in Dhoni's direction. With his back to the stumps, the champ received the ball at chest height, then threw it with his characteristically superb accuracy to knock the bails loose. Yes, without even looking at the wickets, Dhoni ran out of batsmen. Even though Dhoni was unable to give his home crowd a victory in this match, his moment of brilliance behind the stumps may have made up for it in some small way. Up next, let's look at Quinton de Kock dismissing Andile Feluquayo. The Cape Town Blitz captain at the time, Quinton de Kock, imitated India legend MS Dhoni to dismiss the Heat's all-rounder Andile Feluquayo. It was during the 9th match of the Mazani Super League between Durban Heat and Cape Town Blitz in Durban. Feluquayo struck the final ball of the 18th over, directing a Sisanda Migala delivery towards Marcus Ackerman at long off. After dropping a catch, Ackerman was quick to get back up and throw the ball at the striker's end. The Heat needed 28 runs to win from just 13 deliveries, so the batsman went for the second run. During the process, de Kock's clever keeping tricked Feluquayo, who was trying to get back to his position. He pretended the ball was going to the bowler, but it hit the stumps, getting the batsman out. Feluquayo scored 5 runs, but his team lost by 10 runs. And the craziest part was that de Kock kept his hands down until he caught the ball, fooling the batsman into thinking it wasn't coming to him, just like Dhoni. After that, we have fast works of the stumps by McManus. During a match being played in the Vitality T20 Blast, Hampshire wicketkeeper Lewis McManus pulled off something that was a product of quick thinking and misdirection. After the ball was bowled, Laurie Evans went to hit it, but the ball spun and landed right into one of McManus's gloves. Even he was confused for a second, but the way he played it off was pure class. He caught the ball with one hand and swung his arm, making it seem like he didn't have it, and Evans, thinking that the ball was past the keeper, stepped out of the crease. Just as he did that, McManus swiftly whipped off the bails, sending Evans back to the changing room in style. It's impressive and hilarious, because for a second, McManus himself looked baffled by what he pulled off. Next up, Sam Curran, the footballer. While playing a T20 international against Sri Lanka, the English cricketer did something mad. Throughout the course of play, the cricket community has seen countless extraordinary run-outs. Sam Curran used his outstanding football skills to dismiss opening batsman Danushka Gunatilaka during Sri Lanka's batting innings. The event took place after Curran bowled a fantastic delivery on the 3rd ball of the 2nd over, but Avishka Fernando mistimed it and swiftly got a single. All the while, Gunatilaka reacted to his partner by sprinting to the striker's end. Meanwhile, Curran had already kicked the ball onto the stumps before he even got to the crease. It's a known fact that he's a Chelsea fan, but what no one knew was that he channeled his inner Didier Drogba. But if you thought a side-footed run-out was weird, this one is a whole different story. I'm talking about Jackson Bird's leg catch. What went down during the 35th game of the ongoing 10th season of the Big Bash League is one to remember. at the Carrara Oval, Sydney Sixers fast bowler Jackson Bird caught a remarkable catch with the help of his legs, all to get rid of the Brisbane Heat wicketkeeper batsman Jimmy Pearson. Pearson smashed a Jake Ball delivery while batting in the power play, but found Bird at extra cover on the first pitch of the 15th over. Bird was able to time his jump against a powerful hit, but he was unable to initially catch the ball. However, an extraordinary series of events followed this setback. He had to use both of his legs to keep the ball from dropping to the ground as he was falling. After numerous replays from different angles, it became clear that Bird's legs displayed one of the sport's oddest catches. I wouldn't call it luck, it's pure fast reflexes. And if it was anyone else in his shoes, the ball would have hit the ground before we could even see it. Then, we've got Misbah's deception shot, which was pure class. Misbah played with wicketkeeper Josh Buttler and first slip James Anderson, while taking on Adil Rashid in the second test match between Pakistan and England in Dubai in 2015. No shot like that may have ever been played in cricket. The senior statesman took a bold step forward as if he were going to perform a paddle sweep, which had Anderson and Buttler running to the leg side. However, he abruptly stopped and guided the ball through the now empty slip cordon to score a simple 2. The daring shot served as a metaphor for a test in which Misbah was in complete control of England's attack, scoring 189 runs overall, including a century in the very first innings and 87 in the second. It's all about the execution. Most cricketers would wet their pants with the mere thought of attempting this shot. Moving on, Brendan McCullum saves a 6. This happened during the KFC Big Bash, in which the Brisbane Heat played against the Sydney Sixers. McCullum initially caught a James Binch skied shot, but as he started to wobble, he tossed the ball up, only managing to lob it to himself. Then, in order to bring the ball back into play at this moment, the former New Zealand captain briefly rose off the ground while his body was now on the opposite side of the boundary rope. Yup, he was literally levitating. The attempted save would have resulted in a 6 under the previous regulations, which many cricket fans grew up with and knew by memory. But a change to the laws of cricket in October 2013 meant that McCullum's action was rightly interpreted as a save, giving the Sixers and Vince only the 2 runs they actually scored. What a play by Brendan. Now, let's not forget about turning 0 runs into 2. Dhoni was on strike, and James Anderson was the bowler during an India vs England game. Dhoni attempted to hit the first ball of the 49th over hard, but failed. The keeper received the ball, and when it appeared that Dhoni was outside the crease, the wicketkeeper delivered the ball to the stumps, but Dhoni was actually on the crease, and as soon as the ball hit the wicket, both the batsmen ran like hell. As a result, he used Suresh Raina to convert 0 runs into 2. Plus, the speed at which both of them ran and made a decision in the moment was unreal. Lastly, we have another footballer. Since he retired from international cricket, Mitchell Johnson has had plenty of time to develop his skills. But these skills evidently don't apply only to cricket, after one of his kicks resulted in a wicket in the Indian Premier League. The powerful fast bowler demonstrated that he's a natural with his feet. The Gujarat Lions all-rounder, Ravindra Jadeja, was caught by Johnson, far short of his crease after booting the ball towards the stumps when the batsman tried a quick single. And he kicked it so hard that he nearly broke the bails. Well, that's all for today's video. Which one of these moments was your absolute favourite? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more amazing cricket content. Thanks for watching.